Okay, try to picture this. Alexandria. Deep summer. That kind of heat that just presses down, Everything's still. You're in this residential building, Camp Caesar, and all you hear is maybe the distant city hum.
That real oppressive quiet.
Exactly. But then, something else starts creeping in. A smell. Faint at first, kind of foul, sweet almost.
Ugh, cloying.
Yeah, cloying. You'd maybe ignore it at first. But it doesn't go away. It gets thicker, stronger,
Yeah.
definitely coming from under one specific door.
Uncle Malak's door.
Uncle Malak's. He's 74. Neighbors haven't seen it for days. First, it's just, that's odd. Then it's concern. Then, with that smell, real alarm.
Because it becomes obvious what that smell is.
Oh, yeah, the smell of death.
Yeah.
Unmistakable. And then someone notices the lock on his door. It's broken, forced. The door's just kind of pushed loosely shut.
So not a natural death, not just someone passing away quietly.
No way. This is violent, sinister. Then the police arrive. Forensics. That hushed tension in the hallway. Okay, so let's get into this. A quiet building, an old man, a horrifying smell. This deep dive, it really takes us into a case where appearances, well, they weren't just deceiving, they were a weapon. So police get the door fully open, inside, eerie quiet. But visually, total chaos.
A real contrast, right.
Big time. Rooms just ransacked, drawers yanked open, contents dumped out. Someone was looking hard for something.
A frantic search.
Definitely. Then they find him. In the bedroom. Uncle Malak. On the bed. But he's covered up with loads of blankets.
An attempt to hide the body. Delay discovery.
Looks like it. Forensics gets to work. It's grim. A bad cut wound to the head. And clear signs of strangulation around his neck.
Brutal. Do they know how long he'd been there?
They estimated about 3, maybe 4 days.
Yeah.
The blood on the bed was dry, which explains partly that awful smell everyone noticed.
Right. Decomposition setting in.
Yeah. But here's something weird. The initial signs, blood spatters and stuff, suggest a struggle happened near the front door.
Near the entrance. Not in the bedroom.
Right near the entrance. Then it looks like he was dragged to the bedroom. So the final act, the strangulation, probably happened on the bed.
So a struggle, forced entry. But the neighbors heard nothing. That's the puzzle.
Exactly. Broken lock, obvious fight, complete silence reported. How?
It's an immediate paradox, isn't it? You have this incredibly violent scene, the ransacking, the struggle, the cause of death, but somehow it's contained, silent to the outside.
Makes you think. Was it planned? Opportunistic.
That's the question. The broken lock maybe suggests forced entry, but the silence? That's harder to explain if it was just, a random break-in gone wrong. It could imply planning. Maybe the attacker knew how to be quiet or subdued him very fast.
Or know him somehow?
Possibly. And covering the body.
Right.
That staging aspect. It's interesting. Is it panic? An attempt to delay things? Or something else? Disconnecting from the act, it adds another layer.
But that struggle near the door, though. If it was perfectly planned for silence, wouldn't they avoid that initial messy fight?
That's a really sharp point. Plans aren't always perfect, are they? Maybe the plan was quiet entry, but Uncle Malak resisted right away, forcing the violence immediately.
So an escalation.
Exactly, an escalation at the threshold. Then the assailant regains control, moves him deeper inside, finishes it there. It's a mix, perhaps, of planning and reacting with extreme brutality when challenged. Experienced criminals often adapt like that.
Okay, let's talk about Uncle Malak himself. 74, widowed years ago. His 2 sons, working out in the Gulf countries.
So, quite isolated, practically speaking.
Very. Neighbors said he was a good guy, but, well, reclusive. And famously frugal. Some even said miserly. The apartment backed that up, sparse, kind of unkempt.
Didn't spend much on himself?
Not at all. His social life was basically zero, except for a few guys he'd see at a local coffee shop. That was it.
Okay.
Now, amidst all the mess in the apartment, they find this piece of paper near the bed.
Oh.
A receipt, money transfer, 100,000 Egyptian pounds, received just 5 days before the murder.
100,000 EGP. That's a significant amount, especially back then.
Huge. We're talking several thousand US dollars equivalent, especially for someone living like he did. But guess what?
The money wasn't there.
Gone. Vanished. No trace of it, or any other large sums of cash. Strongly points to theft, right?
Absolutely. A clear motive emerging.
And it gets deeper. Police dig into his finances. Turns out, back in 2016, he had something like 2 million EGP in the bank. A fortune then. Plus, his sons sent him money regularly, and word was he kept that cash at home. Didn't trust banks, maybe.
Wow. So he was sitting on a lot of accessible cash, potentially.
Exactly. And this suggests the killer knew that. knew about the money he kept hidden away.
Yeah, if you put all that together,
Hmm.
his profile becomes tragically clear. Reclusive, known to be wealthy, keeps cash at home. I mean, it's almost textbook victim targeting.
Made him vulnerable.
Extremely. This feels less random, more like a calculated hit for the money. And the son's being abroad, not knowing his day-to-day contacts, that really hampered the police initially. A huge information black hole.
Yeah, a real black hole. But the police did get a break eventually. It just led them somewhere even stranger. They found out Uncle Malak himself had filed a police report about a month before he died.
Against who?
Against a woman named Nevin Mohammed. He accused her of stealing 47,000 EGP.
Okay, Nevin. Who is she?
Described as a nurse. Specialized in taking care of the elderly. Also did some cleaning for him. But here's the catch.
Let me guess. They run her name.
And nothing.
Yeah.
0 official records for any Nevin Mohammed. Like she's a ghost. Doesn't exist on paper.
Huh. And did Uncle Malak pursue the report?
Nope. Filed it, then never followed up. Just let it sit. Weird, right?
Very. Adds to the mystery.
So police turn to the only social contacts they know of the coffee shop friends. And one of them, an older guy, actually remembers Nevin.
Ah, a lead. What did he say about her?
Well, his description totally clashes with the thief accusation. He paints her as polite, very kind, wore a veil, said she was divorced, a single mom just struggling to get by, support her kids.
The sympathetic figure.
Totally. Known at the coffee shop as hardworking, completely trustworthy. Apparently, Uncle Malak and this friend met her right there, heard her story, felt bad for her, and offered her the job. Cleaning, some caregiving. She seemed grateful, accepted right away.
So the community view was positive.
Overwhelmingly. They just couldn't believe Nevin would steal, let alone.
Yeah.
They thought she was a good person, maybe a misunderstanding with Uncle Malak. They just didn't see her as capable of anything bad.
This is where the manipulation really starts to show, isn't it? No official record, this persona crafted to inspire trust and pity, and then she disappears right after the murder.
Screams fabrication.
Absolutely. A deliberately constructed identity. And that stark contrast between the kind, struggling mom image and the theft accusation, it makes you question everything the community thought they knew about her. Classic grooming, essentially. Building trust to exploit it.
So, a phantom suspect. Accused but beloved. Vanished after the murder. Police knew finding Nevin was everything. They started digging through CCTV from the coffee shop. Hours and hours of footage.
Painstaking work.
For sure. Eventually, they get lucky. A blurry image, but it's her, Nevin.
Did it help?
It was key, because that blurry face, it looked remarkably like another woman, someone known to police. Nahla Hassan Mohammed.
Nahla, not Nevin.
Exactly. And when they pulled Nala's file, it was the polar opposite of the non-existent Nevin. Nahla had a rap sheet as long as your arm.
How long?
60. 60 prior criminal convictions.
60. Good grief. For what?
Everything. Theft, pickpocketing, prostitution, drug offenses, fraud involving public funds, even carrying knives, a whole career.
Wow.
Yeah. And the horrifying thought sinks in. If Nevin is Nahla, this murder wasn't a one-off. It was just the latest, most brutal act in a lifetime of crime.
60 convictions. That's not just a criminal. That's a professional. The sheer audacity of creating this Nevin persona, the caregiver, it's stunningly calculated.
To fool everyone like that.
It shows incredible versatility, too.
Yeah.
Theft, fraud, drugs, violence. She operated across so many criminal spheres. This wasn't someone dabbling. This was a hardened, adaptable predator.
And the psychology of it, living that double life.
Yeah.
Switching between Nevin, the caring nurse, and Nahla, the career criminal.
It suggests a profound lack of empathy, almost sociopathic.
Yeah.
The ability to compartmentalize, to manipulate emotions so effectively, it's genuinely chilling. She perfected the mask.
It really is astounding. How long could someone keep that up?
Yeah.
Anyway, the police tracked Nahla down pretty quickly after that ID, found her in a rented chalet, another part of Alexandria. She was running some kind of illicit business there.
And her reaction when they caught her?
That's maybe the creepiest part. She was completely calm, like unnervingly cool about it. Just asked them, "Are you here about Uncle Malak?"
Just like that.
Just like that. And then, without skipping a beat, she says, "Yes, I killed him." Totally matter of fact, like talking about the weather.
Chilling, no remorse, no panic.
None apparent, just a flat admission. And from her confession, this disturbing picture just unfolded. She talked about her long history in crime, how she was always looking for better, easier ways to operate.
Evolving her methods.
Yeah. And she decided adopting this humanitarian role, caring for the elderly, was a great strategy. It gave her access access to homes, access to vulnerable people she could steal from.
That's a disturbing level of strategic thinking for a criminal. Moving from petty crime to actively weaponizing caregiving.
Exactly. She said the Nevin persona was purpose-built, veiled, divorced, kids to support, all designed to make people feel sorry for her, trust her implicitly.
And she targeted Uncle Malak specifically.
Yep. Overheard the coffee shop talk. Lonely old man, probably had money stashed away. She offered her services, played the part, and he let her right into his life, his home.
And once inside,
She paid attention. Saw the messy apartment, confirmed he was reclusive, noticed his extreme frugality, and figured correctly that meant he had cash hidden.
didn't take her long to act on that, I bet.
First day, she said. While cleaning the bedroom, found a stash of money in his wardrobe. Didn't even know how much it was, just grabbed it. Walked out with 47,000 EGP.
Just like that on day one.
Just like that. And she quickly realized he hadn't even noticed it was gone.
Because of his habits, right. Just stuffing money away without counting.
Exactly. She knew his psychology. So she takes that 47,000, uses it to rent the chalet, gets back into her main line of work, prostitution apparently, buys herself some breathing room, didn't need to go back to Uncle Malak for about a week.
Smart in a twisted way. Using the proceeds of one crime to facilitate another.
Right. But then, a week later, Uncle Malak does realize the money's gone. And that's when he filed the police report against Nevin.
Okay, so the clock starts ticking for her, even if she doesn't know it yet.
Right. Fast forward a month. Nahla, still playing Nevin, goes back to the coffee shop, just casually drops in, and the regulars, totally clueless, tell her about the police report.
And what was their advice?
Get this. They felt sorry for her. They told Nevin she should go talk to Uncle Malak, smooth things over, get him to drop the charges. They were annoyed at him for accusing this poor, struggling woman.
Unbelievable. The deception was total. They were advocating for their own predator.
Crazy, isn't it? But Nahla heard police report and panicked. Real instant fear. She bolts from the coffee shop, goes straight to Uncle Malak's building.
To confront him. Or silence him.
Tries to confront them first, get him to drop it maybe. But he's terrified now. He refuses to open a door, tells her to go wait at the coffee shop for an hour. He'll meet her there.
Which sounds like
A trap. And Nahla knew it. Her criminal sixth sense kicked in hard. She didn't go near the coffee shop. She hung back, watched the building.
smart move from her perspective.
Definitely. And sure enough, she gets word through her network informants, other criminals maybe, that Uncle Malak had called the coffee shop, told him to keep Nevin there. When she showed up, police were on their way.
So her paranoia was justified. He was setting her up.
He was. And that lit the fuse for Nahla. Pure rage. She felt cornered, her whole criminal enterprise, her freedom on the line. And Uncle Malak, his courage in reporting her, in trying to trap her, she saw it as this unforgivable insult, a challenge she couldn't ignore.
So it became personal, not just about avoiding arrest.
It seemed so. She decided then and there he had to die. That same night, before dawn, she comes back. She's got tools. She breaks in.
A broken lock.
That's when it happened. The noise wakes him up. He tries to fight back. There's that struggle near the door.
Where she hit him with the screwdriver.
Likely.
Yeah.
Then she overpowers him, drags him to the bedroom, and the way she killed him, so cold. Throws blankets over him, piles them on, and then just sits on top of him. Uses her weight to suffocate him.
Methodical. Brutal.
Utterly. And after he's dead, she doesn't just run. She stays. For a full hour, she calmly searches the entire apartment.
Looking for the rest of the money.
And she finds it. That 100,000 EGP from the recent transfer, takes it. Then she just walks out. Bold as anything. Completely confident that Nevin doesn't exist, that she's untraceable, goes straight back to her chalet, back to being Nahla. Already thinking about the next score, the next victim.
Wow. The coldness is staggering.
Her confession, apparently delivered with that same detachment, sealed her fate. Went to trial, convicted,
Yeah.
sentenced to death.
You know, this case goes beyond just crime and punishment, doesn't it? It taps into something darker. A really corrosive kind of hatred.
How do you mean?
From her statements, her attitude. It feels like she genuinely believed that people who had normal, peaceful, maybe financially secure lives somehow owed her because her life was hard. Like their happiness was an affront, a debt she was entitled to collect.
Collect through crime, through violence.
Exactly, that complete lack of remorse, even for murder. It points to this profound disconnect, this warped worldview, where she's always the victim, always justified no matter what she does. Her suffering in her mind gave her a license.
That's a terrifying thought.
It is, and it shows how someone can twist trust, twist empathy, the very things that hold society together, into weapons, using the expectation of kindness against the vulnerable.
So what's the takeaway for us, for you listening? I mean, it's a chilling reminder, isn't it? Sometimes the most convincing masks, the most sympathetic stories hide the absolute worst realities.
The Nevin and Nahla story is a stark warning.
It really is. A testament to how powerful deception can be, and why maybe, just maybe, a little caution, a little healthy skepticism is crucial. Even when a face seems kind or a story pulls your heartstrings, it leaves you wondering, how many other Nevins might be out there, hiding right under our noses?